welcome back. If you tuned in late today, Paula Church is here, and she is the Community Relations Coordinator for the Greenville County Animal Care. And if you haven't been there, it's an amazing place. I went last week and paid a visit. It's immaculately clean. The animals are cared for. There's a lot of love in that place. And Paula, I just thank you for coming and bringing. He's gone to sleep.
He's asleep. He's very relaxed.
But you have how many animals in there? Kittens and dogs?
Yeah, you know, at any given time, we probably have, you know, somewhere around 400 animals, 450.
400
So our
animals.
shelter does hold up to 600. And, you know, back when Greenville County Animal Care first came to be, we were intaking somewhere around 20 to 21,000 animals a year.
Oh.
But since we've implemented our no-kill programs, we've actually lowered our intake by 82%. So we took in 8,888 animals in 2018, which is huge, because it was over 17,000 the last year before we implemented some of these programs. So we're having a huge impact in terms of life-saving already in Greenville County, and I think it's something as a community of empathetic animal lovers here in Greenville, it's something that we can all be really, really proud of.
Now you have cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs, Cats, dogs, puppies, kittens.
Yeah.
So every now and then we'll have another random animal, but you know, for the most part, it's always dogs, cats, puppies, kittens, because that's really what most people have.
But if you have an animal, for whatever reason, kitten, dog, that you can no longer keep, don't just drop it off and think it'll find a home someplace. You do take in animals.
We do. We take them all. Of course, you know,
There's a limit to what you can do, too.
But truly there are. I mean, you know, the goal is to have more, you know, that we're adopting out than we have actually coming into the shelter. It seems like more often than not, you know, we'll look at the end of the day and we're excited because we might have adopted, you know, 25 animals, but then we've had 30 come in. So it's always going to be a struggle for us. And that's why, you know, it's really important when we talk. He says, no, that's not good.
Come on.
Come here, Skip.
Come on.
But, you know, so it's always going to be a struggle, and it's why I hesitate sometimes to even want to label us a no-kill shelter, because it makes people think that the problem is solved and that there's a solution. And really the solution is all of us working together. You know, we need adopters to come in and adopt. That's got to happen for us. We need volunteers to come in and help. We need people to donate funds. It takes a lot of money to help the most. You know, some of our homeless animals come in with some serious medical issues, and we have to pay for those. So our adoption fees are only $35. And we mentioned
that was the other thing. If somebody comes in and they adopt a dog or a cat, a kitten, whatever, it's $35.
Right.
And that includes that little creature has had its shots.
Yep, they've been spayed or neutered.
And they've been spayed or neutered.
Had their shots and their microchipped. So that's actually more
a big saving.
in medical care than you know what it costs. So for us, it's it's all about life saving. And for instance, in Skip's case, he's heartworm positive. And if an adopter comes in, of course, we're going to ask them if they could donate to pay for the heartworm treatment that we would do in our clinic. But a lot of times, you know, if they can't, we're not going to let a good adopter walk away. So I think we did close to 200 heartworm treatments that we paid for last year for our shelter animals. So, you know, it's just, again, we depend on the public to help get the funding, you know, through our Second Chance Fund in order to take care of some of these medical interventions that have to be done for the purpose of saving a life.
It's an amazing place. It really is, and it's immaculately clean. I was very impressed.
Well, I'm so
when
glad
I went
you
down
were.
there. And you have training programs, and I'm thinking about young people, teenagers. You have a way that they will learn care for animals.
That we do. You know, they can learn as volunteers. We have kids that will come in and job shadow. We work with Greenville Tech and with their animal science program. A lot of kids do their externships there. We've got a huge medical staff, believe it or not. Well, I say huge, it's not, but we've got two full-time vets, and then we've got some full-time contract vets, and we're getting ready to hire another one. And we have probably 15, 16 medical technicians. And so, because of the size of our medical staff, we do have students in for externships. Veterinary students come in and spend time with our vets.
Yeah.
We actually had some students, I don't know, last year, maybe a year before, from Sri Lanka. There were eight students. So they come in from all over the world to study with our vets and get the training that they need. And same thing with Greenville Tech's Animal Science program. A lot of their animal science kids in their vet tech program come in and work with our staff. So again, it's another example of our community working together for the purpose of helping animals and saving lives.
And this is right, it's on Furman Hall Road, right in Greenville. It's
Just behind Cherrydale.
behind Cherrydale Shopping Center.
right.
It's easy to find. And so you do welcome people to come.
We do. We're open Monday through Friday from noon until 7 p.m. and then Saturdays from 11 to 6. And people are welcome to come in and visit our pets. And anytime between those hours, we welcome the public to come in. And if you find a pet that you might be interested in, you can even bring your pets from home to meet the animals to make sure it's a good
You're open
match.
for adoption.
We are.
Are most of the animals you have there up for adoption?
Pretty every animal there is up for adoption.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So and we would love to. I think that animals that have been in a home, usually they're there. They probably came from a situation that was neglectful. I really do believe that adoptable pets know that they've been given a second chance, and they really do show that appreciation and love tenfold with their adoptive families. We've just really seen some wonderful things happen. We have animals come in under some pretty dire and stressful situations, but things, sometimes the stars line up. I always say miracles happen in animal care every day. There are bad people out there that do bad things, but I say for every one bad person, there's 100 good people that are willing to step in and make a difference and help an animal in need. And we're just so grateful and so appreciative of our Greenville community that helps us do everything we can.
Do you need volunteers?
We
and
always
what does a
need
person
volunteers.
what do they have to do to become a volunteer?
They can apply from our website. They can actually fill the application out online. And Brent Mead is our volunteer coordinator. He'll be in touch and set up a time for them to come in for an orientation. The orientation's important. It's a large facility. They need to learn their way around and know some of the different volunteer programs that we have available to them.
What are some of the things that a volunteer would be able to do? And I'm thinking, with school be out in the spring, and there are teenagers that probably you could help to have a successful summer.
Right. So a lot of our adult dogs need walking. The smaller dogs in the small dog rooms, as well as some of the larger dogs need walking. We have a balanced training program where volunteers can come in and work one-on-one with the animals. We have another wonderful program called Dogs Playing for Life. And it's called Dogs Playing for Life.
Okay.
And we put them together in a play group. And that tells us so much about their personalities. We learn a lot about how the dogs relate to each other. It tells us a lot about how they're going to relate with people and with new families. So you can see the ones that are going to be a little rougher and more playful, and the ones that are a little bit more chill and a little bit more laid back. And then you've got the guy that's going to come in, and if it looks like two dogs are about to get into an argument, they want to get in the middle of it and problem solve. So, their dogs are just amazing creatures, that they do have such separate personalities. And this is really a good way for us to identify what that animal's personality is like, and really to help make good matches for the families that are coming in to adopt. It's all about making sure we make the right match. Doesn't really do us any good if they end up back in the shelter.
Yeah, so you're open for adoption. If somebody out there is thinking of maybe adopting or bringing a pet into their home, they're welcome to come and look around?
Absolutely. We would love that. We would love that. And if they can let us know, kind of come in. And I always tell people too, try not to have a visual picture of the pet that you're looking for. I think in a lot of cases they find you. And sometimes they may look entirely different from what the pet that you might have imagined yourself as having. But I really do believe that they find you and they pick you. And you know that when they do.
Well, I think you and the people who work with you are doing God's work right here in this world, because
well, thank you.
Animals, God put animals here, and they bring so much joy.
They do.
And
I always say that when you've had a bad day and you come home, your dog is always happy to see you. No matter what's happened throughout the day, you're the center of their world, and sometimes you might not feel like you accomplished a lot or that you lived your best life that day, but you come home and your dog loves you no matter what, and there's a lot to be said for that.
So you welcome people to come and visit. You have training programs for volunteers, and if you have teenagers in your family, 16 and older, they might want to get involved, because it would be a wonderful learning experience as well.
It is. It really is.
So it's something we need to be proud of. Our Greenville County Animal Care. And Paula Church, bless you for what you do. I'll be back.
Well, good.
I just love being over there, and I'm coming back.
Well, good. Well, I am looking for you a kitten.
Okay.
And I do appreciate you giving us an opportunity to share our mission.
And our pet has gone to sleep. So
he's out cold.
Wherever you are, if you have an animal, love it. And if you don't, when you think about maybe bringing an animal into your home, think about the animals who need a home. And our Greenville County Animal Care, they do a great work. Wherever you are, be happy. We'll see you next time.